OMG. I can't believe it already has been another month in the Manifesting Big Money Fast podcast. This month we talked all about financial freedom. And there is one thing I love to do if you're new to my world. If you've been around for a while, you know what's coming. And that is the monthly summary, aka monthly repetition. I can't repeat this often enough. We do not need more information. Welcome to the podcast Manifesting Big Money Fast. My name is Janine Hurd. I am so excited that you found this podcast or that you're tuning in to another episode. This podcast is all about manifestation, big money, energetics, spirituality, how it's all connected, and most importantly, how you can increase your bank account right now. So let's dive in today's episode. We do not need more information. It is rather about mastering the information that is available to us. And that's why most people would never read the same book twice, watch never the same movie multiple times. Maybe movie, yes, but course program. Or even would you buy the same mastermind twice or the same program twice? The answer is no. Let's be honest, the answer is simply no. And then our brain adds something very exciting because it doesn't make sense. And that is exactly the reason how you thrive to financial freedom and excellence. By doing things which don't make any sense. And I can just, from my own journey, clients that have been in my mentorship spaces for years, I just can tell this is one thing we all have in common. We did things over and over again that didn't make any sense. And if we would have told most people, they would have said, you guys are insane, you're crazy, this is the dumbest thing ever. And I deeply believe by acting on that, I am receiving the result I receive over and over and over again. So there are a couple key concepts I desire for us to repeat. And that is the most important part about financial freedom. Financial freedom is an emotional journey. Financial freedom is not connected only to the balance in your bank account. Because the opposite of fear is freedom. The opposite of fear is love. So if currently you're living in financial fear, because that's why you desire financial freedom, then your task today is to master your emotions about money. And where can you already live today and act in financial freedom? And we've talked about multiple examples. And that is financial freedom to most of us means I always have more than enough money. Basically, I always can buy whatever I truly desire. So how can you practice that in daily life? Super simple. We start with the things which are currently accessible to you. That means you're going to the grocery store. First of all, instead of checking the price tags and maybe saying somewhere, oh my gosh, this is so pricey, this is so expensive. No, the price just is. The price simply exists. That's it. Not more, not less. So as of now, the word pricey, expensive doesn't exist in your vocabulary anymore because it is financial fear. If you would always have so much more than enough money, would you even notice, I don't know, that the butter is 50 cents more? No. Your focus would be on building more wealth and wealth and wealth, and not on how the price changes. And the question becomes always, do I see the value in this? It's not like, oh, what's the price of the butter and should I take it? It's like, do I value butter? If the answer is yes, you buy it. If the answer is no, you don't buy it. So your purchasing decisions are becoming about value. Do you value this? Yes or no? Do you value the conversations we are having in the VIP podcast? Yes or no? This should decide if you subscribe to the podcast or not. Not the price or anything. And you will see by start acting like this, your financial situation is changing dramatically. It's very scary. It's very scary in the beginning. It's a whole new concept for your subconscious mind. The other part is about value. Already as at the supermarket, you're just gonna buy the things you truly value. You just buy them. You don't check the freaking prices anymore. So there are two things. In general, you stop saying things are expensive, things are pricey, because the price simply exists. And the question then becomes, do I value this? Yes or no? And based on this, do I value this? Yes or no? You make your purchase decisions. This will be the biggest step to you building your financial freedom. When I say financial freedom is all about mastering your emotion, it's an emotional journey. What does it actually mean? Because some people may believe now that I try to tell you, force your emotions, be happy all the time. No. For me, mastering your emotions means to, first step, to actually become aware of how you're feeling right now. Because so often we buy something when we are in a very shitty emotional state of being. And this is still a work in progress, and I think we can get better at this over and over again. But I try as much as possible to spend money only when I'm fully connected, when I truly value what I'm buying. I don't like to be rushed in my purchasing decision. I desire to have the room, the space, the time to ask myself, do I value this? Yes or no? I clearly love to receive the answer, yes, I value this. Yes, I buy this. Why? Because the way I send energy, the way I receive it. So for me, it's very important when I spend my money that I spend it in love so the other person receives it in love. Meaning, also when people send me money, I also desire to receive it in love. Because we've never actually considered that the way we spend energy has an impact, and the way we receive energy, the energy in which we receive the money also has an impact on our wealth creation journey. So it's very important to me. And in order to connect to a very clean energy of loving energy when I'm spending my money in an energy of gratitude and appreciation, I have to connect. I need a moment. I desire a moment. I truly desire a moment. So this is something when it comes to mastering your emotions. This was a huge game changer because I spent my money on so many things I didn't value, I didn't need. But it was more like, let me spend the money because there was this Amazon same-day delivery gratification, which lasted for about 2 seconds. And if you and I were friends back in the day, you saw me doing one thing very often. We would go shopping at the store. I would try on all the things. I have multiple things. And then just right in front of the cashier, I'm like, actually, I'm not going to buy this. And I left it there because I realized it was just an emotional impulse. But it was not that I valued the things. So by us spending money, and this is kind of the goal, only spend money on things you truly value, you will see actually how little money you spend. Little as in on like little items, but high price, most likely. If you're maybe a little bit like me. Like what I truly value, is traveling on a private jet. That cost more than flying economy or taking a bus or a taxi or whatever. But it's what I truly value. So we'll always have money for that. And I always will love spending money on that till I don't value it anymore. Or actually, till I have my own jet. So these are the life goals happening, things I'm working on. But I hope this clarifies what emotional mastery is. We don't want to spend money in fear anymore. The next part I wrote down I desire to talk to you about is financial freedom is available to you right now. Can you already see it? Can you already choose it? Can you already accept it? Can you already allow it in a little bit more? This goes back to the first point I mentioned, like you being at the grocery store. There's full freaking financial freedom for you available. You can choose any item you desire. Most likely, you have the money to purchase any of the items you truly desire. This is freaking living, embodying true financial freedom. And from there, you build, is a grocery store the next step? I don't know, is clothes, apparel. The next step is a car, is a travel. You keep upgrading different categories in your life. But our journey always starts with where we are, with what we have. And if right now financial freedom is available to you when it comes to you shopping your groceries, you better make sure that you fully live and embody that. Allow it in, celebrate it, nurture it, see it. And from there, you go to the next area and you keep building. Because it will not be possible that all of a sudden you have $1 million and you live this financial freedom life. You just will be a person that has $1 million or made $1 million in sales, whatever your definition of that is, and you're still in financial fear. Nothing has changed except the fact that you are bringing now more money to the table than before. So financial freedom is truly an inside game. Inside game first. Mastering your emotions, seeing the financial freedom that is available to you. And from there you build. Always, always, always from the inside to the outside. And if we desire more on the outside, we have to build more or strongly with this, stronger roots, a more stable foundation in the inside. And of course, the last point I desire to share with you guys is, of course, financial freedom is much easier and faster to achieve than you believe right now. It is. It just is. Can you accept this? That building financial freedom is super easy, it's super fun, and you get it super fast. All you have to do is let go of all your fears around money. That's it. So easy. Financial freedom is built. Can you do it? Can you allow it? No more fear about money. And this is actually the hardest part, because the fear is so well hidden in us. The fear has been trained for generations. The fear has been programmed into our system for generations 24/7. That for most of us, when we start this journey, we almost can't believe a life without fear. We don't even see all the moments when we act in fear and not in love and trust and belief. And this is the biggest part and the coolest part. To understand you, to change yourself, to see how things evolve in your life. This is why you're here. I love you. I talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast Manifesting Big Money Fast. I've got 3 very important announcements for you. First, if you like what you're listening, make sure you leave some gratitude, leave a review, share the podcast. Second, if you love what you're listening to and you want more of that, there is a VIP version available. That means you will have access to 3 podcast episodes every single week. Simply check out the store, courses.richandhappiness.com, or the link in the show notes. And lastly, there are always monthly money activations happening around the new moon and full moon. If that is something you're interested, check out the store for the next money activation. I love you and I can't wait to see your beautiful face soon again.